This is Rogers TV.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? It's your boy DC, Thursday night host of Rogers Out of the Fog.
Right, you kind of got to make your own fun.
Yeah.
Which was a transition for me going into the morning show here.
Proud. Keep doing the amazing work, will you?
They're learning about how to hire people.
20 years of local matter, so join me every Thursday night and see what's going on in the fog.
You're watching Rogers TV St. John's.
Oh no!
What is it, honey?
Mommy, all the birds are disappearing from the planet Losov.
Oh my goodness, let me see. Oh no, the health zapping supervillains are at it again. Now they're making all the birds on the planet Losov disappear. So we are going to make an orange chicken to try and help get them back.
Let's go!
Let's go. Welcome to this episode of Nerd Mom's Kitchen Adventures, where we make healthy eating fun and delicious. And as always, I have my sous chefs with me.
I'm Erin. I'm Michael.
And I'm your host, Kelly Ryan. The mission for this episode is we have to save the birds on the planet Losov because the health zapping supervillains are making them all disappear. So we're going to make an orange chicken to try and get them all to come back. We're also going to make a yummy rice with some peppers and broccoli to go on the side and a leveled up coleslaw. So, yum yum, delicious. Hey guys.
Yeah.
All right, so one really important part of making this recipe is once you start cooking, everything comes together really fast. So the more prep you can do in advance, the better. So I'm gonna start by cooking my rice. We're going to cook it in a rice cooker. You don't need a rice cooker, you can cook it in a pot. And we're using jasmine, but you can also use basmati and basically just cook it to the directions that are on the package. Instead of water, we're gonna use the chicken stock that we made in a previous episode. And that's just going to add a bit more flavor and some more nutrition into our rice. So my rice I've already rinsed and drained, and this is 1 cup of rice. So we're going to put that into our rice cooker or your pot. There we go. And the directions that I have for this one is I need 1.5 times. So I've got 1 cup of rice, so I'm going to use 1.5 cups of our homemade chicken stock. You want to put that in, honey?
Sure.
Here we go. Perfect. Good. All right, so we are now just going to cover that, let that do its thing, let it cook while we start making some of the other stuff. Alrighty, so next we're going to make our coleslaw. Now this isn't a creamy coleslaw, this is a leveled up one where we're going to make almost more like a vinaigrette to go with it. So you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either buy a bag of coleslaw veg, which is what I did, or you can get a white cabbage, a purple cabbage, some carrots, peppers. You can use stalks of broccoli, whatever you want in it. I just bought a coleslaw veg. You could also buy a broccoli slaw veg as well, whichever works for you. I've got coleslaw veg here, And so we're just going to make the dressing to go on top, and we're going to let it sit because the vinaigrette will help break down the hardiness of the cabbage. So this is a really easy dressing, like all my dressings. I love my easy dressings, don't I, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing's made in a jar. And we are going to start with, I've got 4 tablespoons of olive oil. So this is a cold dressing, which is why I don't mind using olive oil. You want to add that in. There you go. That's good. We've got 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Add that in. Good. Perfect. We're gonna add a little bit of our pink Himalayan and sea salt mix. There we go. A little bit of black pepper. And 2 teaspoons of good quality Dijon mustard. Pick your favorite. I personally like grainy Dijon, so that's what we're going to use. Want to add that in there, honey?
Sure.
There you go. And then you guys can give it a good shake.
Can I shake it first?
Sure. It's good.
This is like a homemade dressing.
Yeah, it's very similar, except this one uses apple cider vinegar instead of balsamic. There you go.
And you can have a shaking dance party.
A shaking dance party. Good. All right, give it to your sister to shake up. Now, you want to pour that on our coleslaw. Perfect. So you can see how literally how quick and easy this is to make. And that's really it. Now we're going to just leave that and let that do its thing. Put that aside for now, hey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Next, we're going to start prepping all of our seasonings and our vegetables and stuff like that. So, for the rice, we are going to take a half of an orange pepper and a half a red pepper. Put that back in there. And I'm going to chop it up very small. Now, the reason why we want to get all the veg done first is eventually I'm going to cut up the chicken, and instead of having to use different boards and stuff like that, I'd like to cut all my vegetables up first. So we'll start with this. Do you want to take out the center? While they're doing that, I'm going to take some broccoli, about 1 small to medium size head of broccoli, and just going to chop it up fairly small. So part of the reason why we want to cut this up really small is because really we want it to cook very quickly.
Can I have a bit of broccoli?
Sure.
Same?
Sure. And then same thing with our peppers, we're going to cut those up fairly small as well. Just because same thing, we want it all to cook very fast. So, guys, anybody know what's in broccoli?
I know what's inside orange things.
What's inside orange things?
Vitamin C.
Yes, that's right.
Same as inside some green.
Yep, so broccoli does have vitamin C in it.
I thought orange only had vitamin C.
No. Broccoli, green vegetables have a lot of nutrients in them.
Pretty
But-
sure there's iron in there.
There is iron, right?
Like iron that you mine in a mine?
No, it's a mineral called iron, which is really important for our health. It helps give you energy. It helps you sleep. It's very protective, so it helps keep you healthy.
Mommy, can I have a bit of both peppers? See?
Yeah. All right. Alrighty, so lastly, we're going to zest and juice our orange into a bowl. And then we'll cut up our chicken. Do you want to juice our orange, Aaron?
Yes. Another big
There
one.
we go.
We keep on getting big oranges.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so next we're going to start the chicken. So I've got 6 chicken thighs here. You can use chicken thighs or chicken breast, whatever you prefer. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to slice them up. And the reason why I do that is just so that they'll cook faster. Because like I said, this is actually a great dish for a weeknight because it really does come together so quickly. But you can see the importance of having everything prepped and ready to go, because once I start cooking this, it's going to move very fast. All right, now that we've got our chicken all cut up and ready to go, we are going to add a spice rub to it. So here I've got a ½ teaspoon of chili powder and a ¼ teaspoon of cumin, if you want to add that in, honey. There you go. Good. And Buster, you can add some salt. Okay, that's good. And Aaron, if you want to add some pepper. Good. So we'll just give this a little toss to make sure it's all nice and coated. Now, one thing about this recipe, I've made it as well where I've added chipotle chilies in adobo sauce, which give it a really nice smoky flavor, but they are spicy. So I'm going to leave it out today just because the kids are eating it. But if you like spice, I definitely recommend adding a tablespoon of chopped adobo to the recipe. I'll tell you when to add it. Okay, that looks all tossed. There we go. Good. All right, I'm gonna get our stovetop ready and we will be right back. Alrighty, so now that we've got our chicken all seasoned, we're gonna start heating our pan and cooking our chicken. So turn that on. So we want it on probably about a medium-high heat. We're gonna heat up our pan first, and once that's hot, then we'll add our avocado oil. And you'll notice that I use avocado oil for high cooking, high heat, and I use olive oil for raw or cold foods. So once that heats up, we are going to add our avocado oil and we will throw our chicken in and get our chicken nice and cooked. Alrighty, so our pan is all nice and heated up. We will add our oil and just kind of swish that around a little bit. And we're going to add our chicken. So we basically just we're going to cook our chicken, and then we're going to pull it back out again. So we've been cooking the chicken now about 6 minutes. It was about 2 to 3 minutes per side, but basically you want your chicken to be cooked through. So we're going to pull the chicken off now. But we're going to keep using this pan because there's a lot of yummy flavor in this pan. I still have a good bit of oil left in this pan. We're just going to put the chicken aside. There's a good bit of oil left in the pan, so I'm not going to add any more. If you need to, go right ahead. But we're going to now start frying our vegetables. We don't need to fry these for very long, just about a minute or two. Maybe even up to 3 or 4. You just want them to be a little bit soft. Now, Erin, do you want to keep stirring that, but be very careful not to touch the pan, okay? I'm going to get the rice. Oh, we gotta keep it. We actually keep. Yeah, like that. Okay. There you go. Keep it moving. That's okay. Aaron, do you want to put in the rice into the pan? You'll just scrape it right in, all of it. There you go. Don't worry about that just yet. Whatever you can get is fine. That's good. Perfect. Thank you. Good. Now, Mr. Michael. Michael is going to add 2 teaspoons of tamari.
Okay.
So now I like using tamari because tamari is a fermented food, which means it's good for your digestion. It is quite salty, so you don't want to use too much, but we try and eat fermented foods as much as possible because they're a good source of probiotics. Now, once your rice is heated through, we're just going to quickly put that aside. Oops. Alright, so now we're going to finish off our chicken and then we're going to serve everything up. So, Mr. Michael, you want to add our juice and our zest very carefully. There you go. Aaron, do you want to add our maple syrup? Careful, that is going to be hot. We're just going to let that cook for a quick sec to let it thicken a bit. And then we're going to add our chicken back in to coat it. All nice and coated in that chicken sauce, or the orange sauce. Chicken sauce. Okay, leave that for just a quick sec. Alright, so while we are just letting that get some of the yummy tastes and flavors, we're going to take some cilantro. Now, did you guys know that a large part of the population does not like cilantro?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, and it's genetic. So you either like cilantro or it tastes like soap, one or the other. So, if you don't like cilantro, use a flat leaf parsley instead. And what we're going to do, we're going to just break the leaves off. We're going to chop it up a little bit, and we're going to put that just on top of our rice.
Mommy, what if they what if they're inside the middle with cilantro?
I don't think anybody's in the middle. Either if you like it, you like it or you're okay with it, or it tastes like soap. And that's it. And if it tastes like soap, you will never like it because genetically you are predisposed to not like it.
Predisposed?
Predisposed means that you are born to never ever like it.
Why?
Here we go. This is getting nice and caramelized. So, just roll this up a bit. Give it a quick little chop. All right, so everything's ready to go. We're gonna just plate it up and we will bring it to the box in the forest so that we can save all the birds of the planet Losov, right? Sound good? Okay. So we will scoop up some chicken.
Chicken.
Orange chicken there. And some of our rice. Look how colorful that rice is, guys.
Looks so good. It's brown and red and orange and green.
Yep,
So many colors. That means that it's going to be so healthy for you.
that's right.
And also a bit white. Some parts, most of it is brown though, like with the rice. On where?
On the rice. There you go. Good. And a little bit of our coleslaw. Let's get some of the purple there. Purple and orange. Get nice and colorful. There we go. And here we go. Here is our orange chicken to help the birds of the planet Losov.
We also have some rice and coleslaw to help them get back their energy.
That's right. All right, so I want to thank you for joining us today on this adventure. If you like these recipes, come over to my website at www.nerdmomnutrition.com and we are going to go deliver our plate to the forest and save the birds. We will see you the next time.
Bye.
If you have a comment about this program,